email.
Good morning. Wow. I am Justin Monaco, and I was Xavier Siddall's football coach. Over the past 3 years as coach and athlete, Xavier and I worked countless hours together, building a great relationship. Xavier always liked to play hard and have a good time. He mixed being silly and fun with taking care of his responsibilities. He was a truly unique young man. He led his teammates and friends by his quiet example and dedication. I would like to read a note from Xavier's mother. It has become immensely clear to me that words cannot adequately or sufficiently describe the meaning and value of Xavier's short life. However, I have a compelling need to tell you of the things you already know about Xavier. From my perspective as his mother, I can say that I am so very proud of Xavier. Not because he studied and worked hard in school as I wanted. He didn't. Not because he attained great awards as I wanted. That is not who he is. Xavier found his own direction and accomplished more meaningful things in his short life. Maybe God took him because he had already touched more hearts than most of us can touch in a full lifetime. In only 18 years, he has touched the hearts of all here and many who could not be here. Our hearts are so sad now because Xavier had made them so glad. Xavier made us smile, and Xavier made us laugh. His many friends will universally attest to that. The love you take is equal to the love you make, and Xavier sure made a lot. We'll miss you, Xavier.
Hello, everyone. Some of you may already know who I am, but for those of you who don't, my name is Gary Johnson. I am the father of one of your fellow students here in the audience today. Tawny Johnson is my youngest daughter. But what I was asked to speak to you all about today was what happened to our oldest daughter, Brittany, who was also a student here at Yucca Valley High School in 2007. She was a senior, and on February 23rd of 2007, she was hit head-on by a drunk driver in Yucca Valley. She was on her way home from babysitting a friend's child when she was sitting at the intersection of Highway 62 and La Contina. You can see the picture on the screen. That was what was left of her car. A man that chose to drink that night, actually all day, he had a blood alcohol level of 0.216, which was almost 3 times the legal limit in California. He was doing about 80 miles an hour and ran the red light, hit a truck in the intersection, and ricocheted off, hitting Brittany's car head on. I received a phone call from a bystander who said she gave him our phone number. And since I knew she could speak to him, I asked him if I could speak to her. There was a long pause on the phone, and what he told me next chills me to this day. He told me he didn't think it'd be a good idea because she was crushed inside of her car. I arrived on the scene shortly after to witness what you see on the screen, with Brittany crushed inside of the vehicle. And the reason I came to speak to you all today, I was here yesterday, I was here 2 years ago at this assembly, and what you all witnessed yesterday is not very far from the truth and reality. There are a few differences. I think our minds allowed us all yesterday, and I heard some comments and a few giggles, I think, out of nervousness. But your mind allows you, when you see an assembly like this and you see a reenactment like yesterday, if your mind affords you to realize that these students and fellow students are acting. When I came on scene to my daughter's accident, I was not afforded that ability. The stage blood and makeup, although quite dramatic yesterday, when I saw my daughter covered from head to toe in blood, it was real. And when I saw them load her into the ambulance to go to the awaiting Mercy Air that airlifted her to Loma Linda, I didn't know she was going to be okay and she would be back at school the next day. I honestly never thought I'd see her again. Brittany received a shattered right leg, a broken arm, broken ribs, punctured lungs, lacerated spleen, knocked her front teeth out, and multiple lacerations and stitches all over her entire body. But miraculously, she was one of the lucky ones. She survived her ordeal and graduated with her class in June of 2007. The man who hit her received only 4 years in prison. It was his third DUI offense. But we learned by what happened to our daughter, and I told Mariah and Amanda that I would speak with all of you today to let you know that there could be one of you sitting in this crowd today that will either go through the same thing that she did or could cause what happened to her. And as a parent, there's parents here today, and hopefully all of you will become parents, and I hope that the only thing that you'll ever have to see is what you saw here yesterday and today, because the reality of their situation is that if you see what I saw the night of my daughter's accident, it will stick with you for the rest of your life. So when everybody tells you do not drink and drive, heed their warnings, and especially now when you are underage, it should not even be a question. When you're of age to drink, just make the decision to not drink and drive, because our lives have forever been changed. Brittany is doing quite well today, luckily, because she was the one in the million that survived her ordeal with a drunk driver. So take what you saw today and yesterday and take the drama out of it and realize that it's not very far off from what really happens if somebody drinks and drives. Thank you very much.
Dear Mom, I've used you as my sturdy wall to lean on all my life. I've heard your story about your use of drugs and alcohol. Thank you so much for the effort in becoming clean and sober for nearly 21 years. We have lost so many people in our family because of that. I couldn't imagine what I would have done if you still used. Every day you work to help everyone around you. You truly are a superhero. I scream at you, and I yell, I bring up painful truths about your past. Anything to hurt you, because of some stupid and ridiculous reason. Still love you unconditionally. Never will such a wonderful person come into my life again. I am the luckiest human ever to have you. I cannot list all the things I'm grateful for, mostly because there isn't enough paper to write it all down. You know what you've done. We both know you will continue. I need you to know how much you mean to me. If you can't, it can't be said in words, but I can tell you, feel it in spirit and in heart. I love you and Shannon, Dash, Noah, and our whole family equally. But you helping me through absolutely everything gets me so deep to think about losing any of you.